I'm Dick McCarthy, Technical Training Manager for Water for Brentake Specialties. Today we're going to talk about dairies and the water treatment value opportunities at them.
The first step is identifying a potential customer, which means they need to meet two criteria: over 1,000 head of cows and wastewater treatment on site. You can use Google to find farms or concentrated animal feeding operations known as CAFOs that have 100 plus head. Then use Google Earth or a site visit to determine if they have on-site wastewater treatment. If you see a large green digester like these, you know they've got some sort of wastewater treatment on site. Generally speaking, if they have treatment, it'll go something like this. The manure process starts with the cows. Solid and liquid wastes are collected through grates to below ground channels or pushed with a front loader into a manure pit. Once in the pit, the manure is mixed. Often ferrous or ferric is added to act as an odor control both in the pit and in the digesters. This will also keep H2S levels below 500 parts per million, allowing for a desirable methane without any corrosion. From the digesters, the methane is harvested and sold to a utility or used to heat the dairy itself. The solids can be used as bedding for the cows. The liquid is stored or sent directly to the dewatering building. The dewatering building often contains polymer makedown and polymer day tanks, a screen, a screw press, lamella clarifier, and reverse osmosis or ultrafiltration. It's not uncommon for the clarifiers and ultrafiltration to not be in use, mainly due to the high solids or operational costs. The liquid or slurry from the digesters will have a polymer or coagulant and polymer added to it and be sent down the screen. Water comes off the solids and goes through the screen, and the solids are sent to the screw press. The screw press removes even more water, and from there the solids are sent, usually up a conveyor belt, and dropped into another bay into a pile where they can be collected and land applied. The solids will add organic matter and water retention to sandy fields. When it comes to jar testing, the first thing you need to establish is what types of chemicals are they using now. Are they using a coagulant ahead of the dewatering, or just a flocculant? Is the flocculant dry or an emulsion? Most likely you'll be dealing with dry cationic flocculants. You can make the dry flocculants down the night before and bring them in 1 quart mason jars, or you can make them on site. If you're going to make them on site, you might want to ensure they have warm water, or bring a small water heater. It can take a long time to make down a dry polymer using well water that's between 40 and 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll also want an approximate dosage of their current polymer program. This will give you a window for your own jar testing. For the actual jar testing, you can use a paddle mixer, hand pouring, or a paint mixer and drill. The flock tank at a dairy will often have a lot of mixing energy and multiple dosing points. Be sure to really get a lot of energy into your jars. If possible, take pictures or video of their current treated manure on the screen. After you dose and mix your jars, you'll want to pour anywhere between 2 liters to 2 gallons of manure dosed with your polymer onto the screen. You can even pour multiple jars next to each other for a better comparison. One of the trickiest parts of testing manure is that just because a treated jar looks good doesn't mean it's going to look good on the screen. You need to pour your treated manure onto the screen to see if it's really going to release water, retain structure, and flow easily. The drier and more structure your flock has left on the screen, the better your polymer is working. Once you've finished jar testing, proceed like you would with any other jar test. Gather competitive intelligence, work with your manager to get pricing, and get a face-to-face follow-up meeting to go over results and a proposal for next steps. Please reach out with any questions regarding dairy manure opportunities and training. This is Dick McCarthy with Brentake Specialties. Have a great day.